So exciting. It's my favorite stream of the year. I don't even know if the stream's going yet and I'm talking already. That's how excited I am. Yeah, so we got a little bit of a different twist tonight. In the past few years, we just do it. We look at my not my bold predictions, my preseason predictions, laugh at how bad they are, and have a good time. But because I had you guys submit some of your bold predictions, we are actually going to look at some of those. Yeah, so that'll be fun as well. First Sunday without NASCAR since April. The last time there was not a cup race on Sunday was on Easter Sunday, 420. It is now November 9th, I think. That sounds right. November 9th. Yeah, all right, good job. Remember the date. P&K, Zero Apex, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Hello and welcome. Almost ready. So, I unfortunately, so I don't ever rewatch my stuff just because I'm annoyed by it. I don't like listening to myself talk, right? Um, so I pulled up the video of the preseason predictions, and let me tell you, I was shocked at the first frame, just getting it ready for this. I have no idea what I did. I have no idea what the context is, but you'll see in a minute, and I'm very terrified to what it's going to sound like. So I think I've got all this out on the rest of the corners of the internet, all two corners that I am really active on. I'm technically on Instagram, but I don't really post about YouTube on there. That's more photo stuff. Okay, David, welcome. Jeff, welcome. Marcus, Christopher Bell's biggest fan, is here. Marty, hello. Good day. Sorry, good day. So, let's not solve this thing. Let's just get right into it. Matt Smith, hello. I think you won our last fantasy race, by the way. Anyways, let's stop stalling. Yanet, hello. Okay, I'm actually gonna stop stalling this time. You guys are not ready. I swear I don't remember doing this, but I'm terrified to where this is gonna go. Yes, this is unfortunately real. Denver, hello. Oh God, I'm so scared. Let's just. Oh, actually no. I need to get a piece of paper because we're gonna mark checks and X's, and I'm just gonna use the notebook from the other day. How about that? From the SVG season recap thingy. I need a pen. Oh, there's a pen. Okay, we're good. All right. Okay, got a book here. X's, check marks.
Super Bowl.
Oh, God almighty.
Son, that just means 1 week till Daytona.
At least the race highlights were cool.
Okay, I didn't have a cowboy hat and I didn't want to go get grass, so we improvised. Let's get back.
That was terrible.
It's basic.
I can't believe I made you guys suffer through that once, and now 16 of you have to suffer through it twice. I hate myself. Anyways, yeah, David, technically it's a fedora. That was an Indiana Jones fedora. I don't know why. I don't know why that was my season intro. But that might have been the worst intro in the history of the internet.
Here, we've already had the preseason class.
Oh, I chaptered it.
We've got Daytona 500 qualifying and what?
Question. Quick question. I need a quick response on the polls here. Having this notebook is very... NASCAR Fan 19, hello, and I hope you weren't subject to that horrible intro. Should we just skip straight to the predictions? I'm asking this because usually we go through the entire video and we actually look at like some of the preseason storylines, some of the big storylines and stuff. We look at some of the changes, like, let's see what the chapters actually say. Schedule changes, TV changes, in-season tournament. We can just talk about these. In fact, we're going to do that a little bit because you guys are heavily voting in favor of just skipping to the predictions. Okay, so first things up, we'll skip the intro. Schedule changes. Mexico, that was a big change. That was really cool. Looking back at that now that it's done, now that it's over, now that we know it happened, it was really cool to have an international race in NASCAR. I hope we go back to Mexico or somewhere else overseas, or over rivers or whatever, bays, whatever it may be. Whether it's Canada, Mexico, Australia, Japan, England, Germany, South Africa, India, China, Mongolia, wherever it may be. I'd love to see NASCAR go international again. That was a super cool weekend to watch from home. Cool to see the fans down in Mexico embrace NASCAR, to see Mexico embrace NASCAR. I thought that was really cool. I don't know about you guys, but I thought it was really cool. That would be so cool, but I feel like that'd be so chaotic because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Tokyo like one of the most densely populated cities in the world? Not population, like it has a really big population, but I mean like density, literal density. I think that would be pretty intense for them. Yeah, Brazil would be really cool. I mean, Interlagos today, it always provides great racing in F1, and F1's extremely hit or miss on good racing, so that's saying something. So I think if NASCAR went there, just imagine what NASCAR could do. So Brazil would be awesome. Trying to think of where else. We could go on for days. So I think Mexico was the big one. The playoff changes, the playoffs not being a bunch of wild cards this year, having Gateway in there, having New Hampshire in there, Tokyo Drift NASCAR edition. I think Shane Van Gisbergen said it's harder to drift in these cars. The Xfinity car is better for that. So we'd have to go to the Xfinity cars, Jimmy the Catholic, to actually do our Tokyo Drift Challenge. But other schedule changes, as I said, the playoff schedule changed up. Everyone thought it was going to be Penske dominated. It was not. Penske only won one of those. They won at New Hampshire. So that was a pleasant, not pleasant. I don't know about pleasant. It was a surprise. TV changes. All right, moving on to the TV changes. We had Amazon Prime for the first time ever, and it was the return of TNT. Amazon Prime, I miss you so much. Amazon Prime, I'm sentimental for their coverage of NASCAR, and it's been, 4 or 5 months since they last were on air in July? June, whenever it was. By far the best NASCAR broadcast partner this year. People like to crap on Fox and everything, and NBC's good for the most part, but every once in a while they have a meh race, and TNT, they're still figuring it out. Amazon Prime, far and away the best. All right, next thing, in-season tournament. I thought the in-season tournament was exciting. Some people didn't like it. Ty Gibbs won it. I think we make a prediction there. Team changes. Okay, we're not going through all those. Just figure it out yourself. Who was that? Oh, Todd Gilliland. He's the 34 team now. Other major storylines that would have included Joey Logano's title defense. It was a failure. That would have included. Will this be the last year of the playoffs? There's other things. Let's just get into the predictions. That's why we're all here. I'm going to stop yapping now. We're actually going to look at first, we're going to look at an ad. And by that, I mean we are going to... No, not that one. That one. I'm not going to make you guys sit through the ads. Okay. All right, predictions. Here we go. All right, guys, get ready to laugh at me. Okay. Oh, am I live? No, I'm behind. Okay, I got to make sure I'm actually... All right. Yeah, Chicago Street Race. Last year, the Chicago Street Race. That too. All right, on to the predictions.
Here. We've talked about the major storylines. We've talked about the changes. We've talked
Shut
about
up
some
and make predictions, Bozo.
Let's make some predictions, shall we? I want to hear your predictions.
Hurry up.
Let me know in the comments what your predictions are. we have a bold prediction video on Wednesday where I read your bold predictions, and that is going to be exciting. So let's go into...
And we're going to look at those as soon as we're done with this. And that is going to be exciting as well.
My bold predictions.
Oh, boy.
And, yeah, there are going to be some horrid ones. Let's start off with my hat. Texas Motor Speedway, okay? That race will not be run on Sunday. All right, they moved that race into May. Last year, I'm from Texas. I'm from the DFW area where Texas Motor Speedway is. I swear, it rained so much in May last year.
Oh, yep.
So
I know where this is going.
The race is in May. I'm just convinced. I'm sold.
Nope.
We're going to have a Monday race or Tuesday. It's been 5 years since that infamous...
Nope. We raced on Sunday. We raced on time. I know exactly why I made that bold prediction. I'm going to have to stick with it next year, but yep, that was wrong. We have our first X. All right, so that was a whiff. Swing and a miss. At least I tried.
Missed race in the fall of 2020. So, yeah, we're going to have a rain-delayed Texas race for the first time since 2020. And another bold prediction. This also has to do with Texas Motor Speedway. Oh, boy, you guys aren't ready for this one. The race at Texas in May, it will be considered at the end of the season a top 5 race of the year.
You see, that could be viewed differently by different people. I did think the Texas race this year was good. I will say that. But I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that it was a top 5 race. That was not a fact. Top 10 maybe. Top 15 for sure, but top 5 is a stretch. When was the last time we had a Monday race? That was a NASCAR Fan 19. Someone did the research. This was like the first year we didn't have a Monday race. We did not have a single delay like to the next. Like we had like delays where like the Daytona 500 had a 4-hour delay, but we had 0 cup races. We had 0 cup races that got pushed to Monday. Truck and Xfinity I don't think got affected either. I mean, I think Dover's qualifying got rained out, but outside of that, we had no weather problems this year. Shocking. Stunning. And of course, the year I make a prediction about a specific race to have a rain delay, we have 0. In fact, next year, I'm just going to go ahead and make that same prediction and see if it works. So mark that down. One of my bold predictions next year is going to be that. Got an ad. It happens. The 2024, that's the thing, 2023, 2024, and 2025 at TMS, they were all good races. It's just that people hate Texas Motor Speedway because there were a few bad races there at the beginning of the repave. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you they were good, but people overhate Texas. People overhate my home track, and I'm going to defend it, dang it. You're going to have to deal with that defense. All right, on to the next. NASCAR Fan 19, you get it. You get it. Texas has been getting better. It has been. That pass by Logano was fantastic for the win. Went all the way to the apron. He fully sent it. And then McDowell, like 5 seconds later, just wrecked himself. Anyways, next thing.
By the majority of fans.
Okay.
At the beginning of the ask me. Variants are a little unpredictable in 3 and 4, but outside of that, we've had 5 bold predictions. Texas is going to put on a heater.
Let's see what the next
race.
one is. We're 0 for 2 so far.
And this kind of plays into my playoff predictions. We will see 15 or more regular season winners.
Oh, okay. I don't think I know for a fact we didn't have more than 15, but we might have had 15. Maybe. No, I think we only had 13. Dang it. So we had Larson, Hamlin, Briscoe, Byron, Bell, Blaney, Logano, Elliott. Reddick did not win. Okay, so we have 8. Chastain, Bubba, 9, 10, 11, SVG, 12, Cindric, 13, Dillon, 14, Barry. We only had 14. So, man, if Bowman or Reddick had just won a regular season race, then I would have looked like a genius. Oh well. As I said, that's why we're here, to look at my dumb predictions and how bad I am at this, and we're here to put down another X. 0 for 3. Oh, no, I shouldn't. Nope. Just kidding. Nope. That would have been bad. 0 for 3 so far. Yeah, no, it was shocking that Reddick didn't win. Hey, Jimmy the Catholic, welcome to the club. Texas is your home track. Even though you're in Oklahoma, it's still your home track, as you said. Hope ball's going well in Oklahoma, though. Hey, Thunder are good again, so we can agree on that, I think. Speaking of, are they beating the Grizzlies? Last I checked, they came back. Oh my God, they're up 10. That's hilarious. They were down by like 20. Zero Apex. I didn't pick the specific winners. I just said that there were going to be 15 or more. It was a bold prediction. We haven't gotten to my playoff picks yet, and I know I missed some. I know I didn't have Josh Berry in there. No, for a fact I didn't have Josh Berry in there. Anyways, back to this.
This ends up being correct. My playoff bracket will more than likely be in shambles. But
my playoff bracket wasn't
so close to it. Like we thought, three only. I'm not quite ready to declare or to predict 16. So I'm going to go with 15 plus. And then another one, gut feeling. It worked for me last year with Truex. This is Austin Dillon's last year in the 3. Last year we saw.
What? That is such a random guess. Okay. Here's my defense here. Technically, that could still be true. Technically, Austin Dillon could, decide to retire here in the next hour, the next week, the next 2 months. He's got 2 months for this to still be true. But, oh my God, that was so random. Borderline terrible. Like, I got it right with Truex last year. I predicted Truex to retire, but that's because everyone saw it coming because he had pushed back his retirement like 1 year at a time for 3 straight years. I don't know where I was going with this one. That was really bad. That's probably, so far, I know it's only been 4. That will probably end up being the worst of all my predictions. What the hell? What was I thinking when I made this? I mean, don't get me wrong. Every year when we watch this is usually a struggle of a watch because of how bad it is, but this is an all-time. The 2022 one was good. I did really good on the 2022 predictions. Outside of that, I'm so bad at predictions. Like, that was absolutely horrible. I can't wait to hear the reasoning.
A Bass Pro Shops driver retire. This year will be Austin Dillon's last year in the RCR number 3. He will move to a management role at RCR. He has a great mind for the sport. He has made some great moves, and he's not even in management yet in terms of recruiting Kyle Busch.
Technically
I think
correct.
That suits him really well. I think he'll do a great job. His Cup Series driving career, though, it will come to an end at the end of 2025. Now let's make some other prediction.
I can't believe the logic of that was because he also has Bass Pro Shops as a sponsor, and he's a great what an idiot.
Every year we predict 4 to 5 races, maybe 6 or 7, depending on what happens.
Oh, I know I got one right here. I know I got one.
Majors, the crown jewels, and any new track. So let's talk about the new track first. Mexico, a new road course.
I'm so confident that I picked SVG here.
I was very tempted to pick Daniel Suarez here. I am a sucker for a sentimental pick.
Now, mind you, I ended up picking Daniel Suarez mid-season when we actually came to race week. That was my Monday pick for Mexico, and I was right in the Xfinity Series, but yeah, no, I know I picked SVG preseason. I'm getting check ready.
An exciting story, a heartwarming story, and boy, I don't want to say this out loud, but if they rig the race for Daniel Suarez, I'll be pretty happy because that's just such a cool story.
It would have been a cool story.
Anyway,
sorry. Oh no! Silence. Ad. No. No one wants to see you or hear you. Okay.
I'm going to go against my sentimental, heartwarming pick, heartwarming story, that the winner that everyone would love. Everyone, I think, wants to see Daniel Suarez win at Mexico, but it's a new road course. And last time we saw a new road course, we saw this guy win in, at the time, shocking fashion. It would not come as a shock this time. I think Shane Van Gisbergen wins at Mexico.
Woo! We got our first check mark. Got one prediction right in the preseason. 1 for 5 so far. 20%. What a horrible percentage, but okay. There we go. Got a prediction that probably 95% of people saw coming. But you know what? We take our wins where we can get them. We take our correct prediction. Yeah, David, exactly. Finally, I wasn't dumb and I got something right. It's a miracle. 1 for 5 so far. Picked SVG to win at Mexico. I think I predicted the majors, the Brickyard, the Brickyard, Daytona, Coke 600, Southern 500, I think, were the 4 that I picked next. I guess we're about to see.
So I guess that's spoiler for my playoff picks. But I think SVG wins Mexico. It's a new road course. It's going to take some guys time to get used to. He has the most road experience of anyone, I would say. So, yeah, we saw how close he got in the Colin car last year. Well, he's in a Trackhouse car. Going with SVG for Mexico. Daytona on Monday. For the Monday after, I picked Brad Keselowski. I'm changing that pick. Team Penske released a paint scheme.
Oh, did I pick Logano? I bet I
One
picked
of the best
Logano.
Shell Pennzoil paint schemes we've seen. Looks very similar to Joseph Newgarden's Indianapolis 500 winning paint scheme. I'm going to go with Joey Logano.
Nope.
I think he wins his second Daytona 500. He won the first
that
in
is
2015.
A cool paint
he
scheme,
wins his
though.
second.
That was a cool paint scheme. The logic behind it sucked, but it was a cool paint scheme. Hey, Marcus was batting like 75% at the beginning of the year. Now, ultimately, he ended up going 11% at the end of the year on race picks if you pick Bell to win every race. But started out hot. Started out really hot. So, hey. Yeah, NASCAR Fan 19 in our SVG preseason preview thing, I said 1 to 3, and I said sweeping the road courses would be a tough ask. Well, he got pretty darn close. Apparently, it still was technically a tough ask because he lost Coda, but Usario, I think I pronounced that right. Probably not. Normal asked, has Logano ever finished a super speedway race in the next gen era? I mean, he's won a couple of Atlantas, if we count that. Talladega and Daytona, I'm sure he has. Yeah. Oh, well.
In 2025, years that end in 5, bode well for Joey Logano in the 500. I'm going to go with that logic. The Coke 600 has been a place for first career wins. We saw it with Jeff Gordon back in 1994.
Oh, no.
We saw it with David Rudiman in
Don't
2009.
say Ty Gibbs. Don't say Ty Gibbs.
We're
Don't say Ty Gibbs. Don't say Ty Gibbs. Don't say Ty Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs gets his first career.
Ty Gibbs still winless. Ugh. Yeah, it was Ross Chastain. You know, looking back at it, I mean, obviously hindsight's 2020, blah blah blah. But you know, if I had paid attention, Ross Chastain he's always good at the mile and a halves. He's got top 5s at Vegas, a bunch of laps led at Vegas. He's won at Kansas. He's won at another mile and a half, right? Has he? Am I forgetting? I don't know. Point being, he's always been really good at the mile and a halves. He's led a bunch of laps. But ultimately, I was not thinking that. And I went with Ty Gibbs, not only just to win the Coke 600. I think I had him in the playoffs. I think I said he was going to get multiple wins, maybe. I don't remember. But swing and a miss. Just awful stuff for me, as always.
Win at the Coca-Cola 600. Now we go to the Brickyard 400. Not a lot of logic here. I just thought he did really good in the first 30 laps last year. Chase Elliott. Once again, not a lot of logic.
What did Chase Elliott even do in the Brickyard 400? Not as bad as the Gibbs 600 pick, but just as wrong, unfortunately. Sorry, the Thunder won. I know someone who's a big Grizzly fan, and I have to troll. This will take like 5 seconds, hopefully. I have albums on my phone for these moments. You guys get to see it live. I'm sending him the ouch. That's gonna leave a mark with a picture of Mark Dagnall on it. He said Jaw went 3 for 19. Seems sad. Anywho, okay, back to the predictions.
There. And then the Southern 500, I did this for years with Larson, where I would just
Reddick.
blindly pick Larson to win the Southern 500, thinking one of these years it's going to stick. He's run too well there to not win at some point, and it took like 8 years for him to do it. He finally did it in 2023, so I'm going to get it. I'm just going to do it with this guy now, Tyler Reddick. He's
okay. Reddick got really close though. He got really close. He was chasing down Briscoe at the end of this race. And it's true. I did this for Larson for like 5 straight years where in the preseason I just go Larson Southern 500 because he's gotten so close. One of these years he's going to win it, right? And then he won it in 2023. And going back through my preseason predictions, I was like, wow, I'm a genius. But there was 5 years of this. There was 5 years of I'm a failure. And looks like we're restarting that trend with Reddick. Briscoe won the Southern 500. So
done too well at Darlington over the years that he's going to win at some point. He's too good there. He's going to win the Southern 500 this year. And now this next one.
Idiot.
I got to admit, the in-season tournament, I don't know how to pick this thing because, as I said, some of the favorites are going to get knocked out because of Atlanta. And then you got the unpredictability of the road courses, like some Cup Series
I didn't pick Ty Gibbs. There's no way I picked Ty Gibbs.
At intermediate, short tracks, super speedways, but then they struggle a little bit on the road courses, like, for example, Hamlin and Logano.
I think I picked Elliott.
And so I think this year, where the in-season tournament falls, actually kind of hurts them a bit. But there are some guys who just excel. They are extremely consistent at the majority of these tracks, and I think that's going to help some of those guys just advance through this system, through this format. And I think kind of the predictable, or not predictable, the poster child for consistency, in a sense, I feel like, is Chris Buescher.
Okay.
I'm just going to go with Chris Buescher here.
All right. Texas is... Okay, that wasn't a bad guess, but it was wrong. So far, we are... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are 1 of 10 to start this thing. The one that we got right, that I got right. You guys did not pick the same as me. Shane Van Gisbergen to win Mexico. Outside of that, I am 1 for 10. Okay, so NASCAR Fan 19, you had Reddick winning both Darlingtons. Oof. Good thing you didn't have Reddick winning all 36. You would have gone over on that too. Yeah, Ty Dillon winning the tournament would have been a bigger shock than Cody Ware making the playoffs. Maybe not. Maybe it was equal. I don't know. That would have been something. David, so wrong. I know, I'm terrible at these predictions, man.
No logic. This is a blind thrown on a dartboard.
Yeah, still wrong. I don't know
what I'm doing. We're going with Chris Buescher. And now what you all came here for. The NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. 16 spots.
Oh, here's where we get some check marks.
36 drivers this year. We have 36 full-time drivers. 20 guys will not make the playoffs.
Okay. Wait. Okay. We gotta do some numbers here. New polls. I know for a fact I did not have Barry. I know that for a fact. I honestly don't even know if I had Cindric. I'm going to go over under 12.5. Over under correct drivers in playoffs. 12.5. I'm going to set it at 12.5. So you have to pick over 12.5 or under 12.5. 12.5. All right. Everyone guess at how many I end up getting right here, or getting wrong, I guess. Depends on which way you look at it. Okay, someone's optimistic in me. That shot up to 100. Oh, now it's down to 50. My God almighty. I don't believe in myself. I think it's under. I think I got 12 on the dot. Because I know I didn't have Barry. I know I didn't have Cindric. And I think that enough is going to mess it up. Because I don't even know who I flipped in there. I think I had Busher in there. I think that's going to come back to bite me. I think I had Brad in there. And I think I had Todd Gilliland maybe as a random winner. So I know I had 3 wrong. At least 3 wrong. So I'm going to go with 12. I think the number's going to be 12 flat. The best I've ever done on this was 2022. And we did not count Kurt Busch. Because Kurt Busch got hurt and he would have made the playoffs. So that would have been right. But we took Kurt Busch out of the equation. I went 14 of 15 in 2022. That's the best I've ever done on the playoff predictions. The only one I didn't have was, I think I had Truex in there, and he didn't make it because of the winners, and I didn't have Austin Dillon. So you had to flip Austin Dillon and Truex. Other than that, it was like on the spot with the exception of Kurt Busch. So you had Allmendinger, Busch, Brad, Suarez. I don't think I had Busch. I don't think I had Suarez. I didn't have Bubba. Oh, you got to be kidding me. I think Bubba was one of the last ones I was considering, and for some reason I just didn't put him in, which was very stupid of me because he was actually really good this year. All right. Let's see.
I guess that's technically how it always is.
You guys are voting too.
We're doing a different category system this year. The last 2 years I have had my no way they missed the playoffs category, and then last year Kyle Busch and Chastain missed. The year before Elliott and Bowman missed, and I was like a fool. We're not using that terminology this year. I'm going to have my confidence section. I'll have my...
So this was a good call to change this section after what happened in 2024 and 2023, but I think all of my confidence section, I think they all made it. We didn't have any big shocks miss the playoffs this year. I don't think.
Bubble section, and then I'll have my must-win, you got to win at some point section. So my confidence section. This is the section that I think these guys can win each and every week, whether it's a super speedway, an intermediate, a short track, or even a road course. I think these guys can go out and win each and every week. These guys should win a race at some point this year with ease. Those guys are Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, William Byron, Alex Bowman, Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, and Ross Chastain.
Oh!
Some of you may be questioning some of the names on that. Chase
10 for 10. All right. So we went 1 for 10 in our first, and look at that. Bam! 10 straight on the bounce. Now it's the playoffs, so, I mean, do what you want with that. And some of these were like Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin.
Let's go first.
Let's just confirm it.
Guys are Ryan Blaney,
1,
Kyle Larson,
2,
Chase Elliott,
3,
William Byron,
4,
Alex
5,
Bowman, Denny Hamlin,
6,
Chase Briscoe,
7,
Christopher Bell,
8,
Tyler Reddick,
9,
and Ross Chastain.
10. Glad the picture taking got better. Those were some rough pictures. Next year when we do the preview, the pictures are going to look much, much better. Some of these were rough. That is a rough one right there.
Some of you may be questioning some of the names on that. Chase.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. Yeah, you Kyle Busch fans have had it rough for the last few years.
Briscoe, first year with JGR. I think he's a very talented driver. In Joe Gibbs Racing Equipment, I think he wins multiple races this year. Alex Bowman, a lot of people doubt him, continue to doubt him. I just think he's going to win a race. He's in a Hendrick Motorsports car. I think he's good enough to win, and I think he does it again. And then one name I want to...
Do I have to put an X for that? Do I have to put an X for that? He went winless, and I said he did, but I didn't go like, this is a hard prediction. Do I have to put an X for that? I'm stat padding at this point, guys. Please don't make me put an X for that. All right. Yes, I have. Okay, if David says it, I have to. Well, that sucks. All right, another X. There we go. I hate myself.
Highlight in here, Denny Hamlin. I think Denny Hamlin wins a race this year. I think he makes it to the playoffs.
Hey, if we're giving myself an X I'm giving myself a check for saying Denny Hamlin's winning a race. I don't care how silly that sounds. But if we're going to say X for saying Bowman's going to win a race and he doesn't, giving myself a check for Denny. Not even looking at the comments for that. That's a check. Yep. Hey, I said he would win a race. I didn't say, like, he was only winning a race.
But note, he has not won since April of 2024, or was it May? April or May? The spring of 2024 at Dover. He's on a 20-plus race winless streak right now.
So is Kyle Larson right now.
He's got a new crew chief. We'll see how this goes, but hey, you never know. Crazier things have happened, but as I said, I still think he makes the playoffs. Now to my bubble group. And the first name I'm going to put on this bubble group, this is a hot take. Joey Logano. And this is simply because
when patients are not caring for...
All right, so I know exactly how I'm going to logify this. Joey Logano was really bad in the regular season in 2024. And then the playoffs, he stepped it up and won the championship. Joey Logano was better in the regular season this year, but he was not, like, elite. He was not the old Joey Logano. So, honestly, and I know I put him in. But I put him on the bubble. But I still picked him to make the playoffs. I know I did.
He won the championship last year. But the last 2 years for Logano have been, like, all over the place.
That is correct.
Inconsistent, not running great, and then magically just running lightning speed. Super inconsistent. At some point, that's got to bite them, maybe. And if they don't win a race, like, and I'm right that we have 15 or more, or even if we have 13 or more winners, Logano could be on the verge of missing the playoff.
This was actually, if Joey Logano did not win Texas, he would have missed the playoffs. I don't know if you guys know that, but Buescher was ahead of him in points. So if Logano does not win that Texas race, Logano misses the playoffs. So good job past me, even though it wasn't a prediction.
Now
good logic.
Just pick him to win the Daytona 500, yes. So spoiler alert, he's in my playoff bracket.
See, Logano's in my playoff bracket. There we go. Check mark. Boom. Nailed it. Jimmy, you said Logano winning the championship. Jimmy, I don't know if you can see it, but do you see that right there? Do you see that? November of 2025. Jimmy, this is an odd year. Don't pick Logano in the odd years. Next year, go crazy on him. This year, no. Nope, don't pick him. I'm telling you, he's, as the kids say, he's an even-yeared merchant. It sounds so bad, but I mean, it's really good. He's got 3 championships in even-numbered years. Yeah, Brony, 24 ever. Yeah, that would have been cool if McDowell won that, but he got passed, and then he just wrecked himself. Also, you guys do not believe in me. Can't say I blame you the way this check and X thing is going. There's a lot more X's than checks. Anywho.
But if he doesn't win a race...
You said Herbst.
I think there is the possibility that Joey Logano misses the playoffs. But, once again, he's one of my bubble guys in. Spoiler alert. My other guys on the bubble that I think could... Obviously, they could win their way in, but also I think that they could point their way in if there were 4 or 5 spots for points, guys. So this will essentially, I think this will be kind of your 12th to 23rd in the points maybe, or 25th. I don't have a hard number. But that list includes Joey Logano, Austin Cindric, Noah Gragson, Brad Keselowski, Justin Haley, Chris Buescher, Bubba Wallace, Todd Gilliland, Ryan Preece, Michael McDowell, Carson Hocevar, Daniel Suarez, Kyle Busch, and Ty Gibbs.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this was my bubble. This was my 12th to 25th in points. All right. Guys, when I come over here to the NASCAR Cup Series standings, I said that was going to be 12th to 25th. Well, look at this. Todd Gilliland, 27th. That's 1. Daniel Suarez, 29th. That's 2. Justin Haley, 31st. That's 3. Noah Gragson, 34th. 4 guys I said would be top 25 in points or would be in that range, even though it wasn't a prediction. It was just kind of a guesstimate. Oh, those 4 hard misses. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Wow.
There's a lot to process with that list because we see big names like Joey Logano and Kyle Busch in there. We see big teams like Joe Gibbs Racing with Ty Gibbs, Bubba Wallace with 2311, and we even see the FRM guys in there. So, and another team to note is Spire. Spire is on the rise. They have been ascending the last playoffs, whether it's for any one of those of our has the most on. I would, in a sense, veteran driver business card. That's like the veteran group. That's the team, the driver crew chief combo who's been together the longest. That is kind of your veteran team. As I said, they have the most experience together. They got the most experience in NASCAR outside of Childers, maybe. So Spire. Now, as for they need race and make the playoff.
Also, I think I had Justin Haley. His big thing entering this year was that he had Rodney Childers as a crew chief. Whew. That lasted a quarter season. Yikes. I think FRM just in general underperformed. I mean, Todd was their best guy, 27th in points. Last year, I think both Todd and McDowell were top 25. I don't know if it was the expansion. I don't know if it was the expansion part of it. I don't know if it was the lawsuit, but it's just something there. Denver, I know for a fact that I had SVG in my must win because, frankly, he had to win a road course. If he didn't win a road course, he would not have made it. He was 25th in the points. So that's why. And that ultimately was correct. So, nailed it?
Now, as for they need to win or they're a wild card team, that's the rest of the field. And to put it straight up, the only way I see these guys making the playoffs is if they win a race. I do not see these guys pointing their way in any way, shape, or form. I just think they need to straight up win. Whether that's at a super speedway, a road course, it doesn't matter. They got to win. That list is Austin Dillon, Ty Dillon, AJ Allmendinger, Josh Berry, Riley Herbst, Zane Smith, Cole Custer, John Hunter Nemechek, Eric Jones, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Cody Ware, and Shane Van Gisbergen, who I already told you what I think there.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so I picked SVG to win Mexico, so I had him in the playoffs. So I can go ahead and just put that right there. Get myself another check mark. Let's go. Woo.
About my confidence group, which includes Blaney, Larson, Elliott, Byron, Bowman, Hamlin, Briscoe, Bell, Reddick, Chastain. Well, we have quite a few spots left to fill. I think 6, if my math is correct. So first, I already told you guys who I think are winning races, the majors. Let's put those guys in there. Shane Van Gisbergen, you're in.
I'm not finished.
Silence, Logitech. Oh no, oops. I'm sorry, what am I looking? Oh my god, I'm so glad I muted this. I have no idea what this is. Oh no, it's Ty Gibbs. Oh boy. Why did I? Okay. Well, I missed this one. Yeah, I had Ty Gibbs in my playoffs. I had him winning the Coke 600. Good job.
You're in. Joey Logano, you're in. So that takes up 3 spots. Let me tell you, filling in these last 3 spots, this was tough. As I said,
this is the 3
I got 15 plus winners this year. So that's going to make for even more playoff chaos. It's going to just rapidly just make the bubble insane, and there might not even be a bubble at the end of this thing if we have 16 winners. And so these last 3 spots, I'm putting Chris Buescher in. Chris Buescher's too good. I know he didn't win a race in the regular season last year, but he's won races every year in the next-gen car. He won the Bristol Night Race in 2022. He won multiple races in 2023, and he won at Watkins Glen in 2024. They're too good. They're very consistent. As I said, they're good at various styles of tracks. I just think there's no way Chris Buescher doesn't win a race this year. Keselowski, this one makes me a little bit more.
Okay, I can't. Nope. So that's 3. I missed 3. I missed Keselowski, Buescher, and Ty Gibbs. I thought Keselowski improved last year, but his horrendous start to the year just really screwed them. Buescher, same story as last year. Top 10 in the points, but they didn't win, so they didn't make it. And Ty Gibbs, Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I know who my last one is, and that means it's going to be an under. So I'm going to go ahead and just end this poll so you guys can't all spam no or under. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like ads during the race. YouTube ads, they help me out a little bit. But when we're doing something like this, they're annoying. But it does help me out. So I'm not going to yell too much at the YouTube ads.
We're nervous because they were a little bit more inconsistent last year versus 2023. But hey, they won a race last year at Darlington.
I think I know who my last spot is, and I'm just going to go ahead and
they're decent at.
So put next.
I think Keselowski finds his way in, and that means there's one more spot. I'm telling you guys, it's complicated this year because we got Austin Cindric, who actually had a decent year with Penske last year.
He makes it.
We got the Spire guys, who I all made a case for.
Nope.
Bubba Wallace, who's on a long winless streak at a top-tier team, and he has proven he can win races.
He makes it.
We got Daniel Suarez, who's won multiple Cup races at multiple styles of tracks. We've got Kyle Busch. Oh, my goodness. He's on such a long winless streak. Am I going to keep him out of the playoffs? This would be the first time I ever picked Kyle Busch to not make the playoffs in my 8 years of making season previews. And we've got some, in a sense, wild cards in here, like in the bubble category with like Todd Gilliland, Noah Gragson. And then we got our must win. What if Austin Dillon goes and wins a super speedway or Richmond?
Oh my goodness, dude. Oh, that's not a prediction, but oh my goodness. Dude, what? Oh man. That's so funny. That was a joke in February. That was a joke throughout the season until it actually happened. And then he did it again. We got 2 people in the comments. Austin Dillon's now called a Richmond merchant because he's won at Richmond 2 years in a row. Oh my goodness, dude. What? I don't remember saying that. But hey, it's I'm not giving myself a check mark for it because I didn't pick him to win it. But man, that was...
What if Riley Herbst wins a super speedway?
Oh, who picked someone? I think it was Jimmy. Jimmy, didn't you pick Riley Herbst to win a race? Yeah. Whew. Yikes. That was a rough year for that team.
What if Josh Berry and the Wood brothers show up at Richmond and they just have raw speed?
Well, Josh Berry did show up and have raw speed, but it wasn't at Richmond. It was at Las Vegas. So, appreciate the thought, appreciate the sentiment, but you whiffed on the track past me. Yeah, Brock, Dillon did win it cleaner this year, but oh my goodness, this is just, it's so funny to go back 7 months or 9 months. It's been 9 months. Math is hard. To go back 9 months, not only look at the predictions, but just look at the thought process about every single driver and every single like little tiny bit about the sport. It's just so funny, and just this is another example.
There's so many possibilities. One spot to determine who makes the playoffs. I am going with a guy who I
already put the X.
Is such a good super speedway racer.
I know who it is.
He won, or he didn't win. He led so many laps last year. He won stages. He looked elite. His teammate has won it his former teammate now has won it super speedways before. I believe he learned off him. I believe he is the number one guy.
Painting was a gift, Todd.
At FRM now. I think that Todd Gilliland wins his first career NASCAR Cup Series race with Front Row Motorsports at one of the super speedways.
Okay, looking back on it, it was a good thought at the time. And he almost won Talladega. He finished second in the Talladega Fall race, but it didn't happen. Oh well. You win some, you lose some, you miss some. I would say maybe next year, but hopefully the playoffs are dead. That would be neat. I'm looking forward to, well, first of all, Denver, we got to get through this season of Supercars, which next week, and by the way, Supercars fans, I will be live for Sandown. I think it's Sandown next week. All 2 races or 3 or however many there are. We will be live for those races late at night, whatever time. I haven't even looked up the time. I'm assuming it's a 10 p.m., 11 p.m. race start here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then we got Adelaide at the end of the month. And yeah, we'll be live for that too. So, anywho, enough of the self-promotion. Let's go back to my hilarious failures.
Advances into the NASCAR playoffs. So my 16 driver field, Joey Logano.
Our chasing card.
Oh my goodness. Jump scare. They always jump scare you too. Ceramics. Chase Inc. Oh, now we got some mac and cheese. Oh, man. Glad I ate dinner before this. Otherwise, I'd be really hungry right now. I kind of want to see what this is. I'm distracted by this ad. Looks like there's some chicken in that mac and cheese. What is this? It's like a Panera bread or something. It's got to be like a Panera, McAllister's, like, I know you guys can't see it, but I don't want to make you hungry. Oh, it's a frozen. Okay, well, all right. Back to the main topic at hand. Okay, I gotta actually get back here.
Larson,
all right,
team driver field, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, William Byron, Alex Bowman, Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, Ross Chastain, Chris Buescher, Brad Keselowski, Ty Gibbs, Shane Van Gisbergen, and Todd Gilliland. That is my 16.
So I went under 12.5. I think this is the second straight year I've had 12 of 16. And hopefully the last year. Please let it be the last year. 12 of 16. That's bad. 75%. I think. Right? Yeah. 75%. Yep. Yeah, no, that was bad. That was a bad year of playoff picks this year, unfortunately.
Driver field. I have never felt less confident in the group.
Hey, I said I've never been less confident. I did pretty bad. Delusional at this point.
And that's not saying that these guys are like bad or anything. It's that the field is so deep this year.
Yeah, it was. Cindric won Talladega. Barry won Vegas. If only you could have known. Oh, and Bubba wins the Brickyard, by the way. Why are you so dumb? Dummy! Wake up! Oh my goodness, no way. Dude, there was a safety in the football game. Aaron Rodgers got sacked, and there was a safety. It's 3-2. Stop the count. Oh my goodness. I love a good 3-2 final score. It's delicious. 3-2. The most beautiful score known to mankind. Anyways, back to the main topic at hand.
Spire could win a race. Bubba Wallace could win a race. Cindric could win a race. Gregson could win a race. Kyle Busch could get back to victory lane. Schwartz, Allmendinger. The list goes on, guys, of who could win races and advance to the playoffs. But that's my group. That's my 16. I'm going with my gut. Usually doesn't work. Sometimes it does, but hey,
it did not.
We're sticking with it. We're
Stop
sticking
going
with
your gut.
Now, the final four. Actually, before we get to the final four, let's go to Xfinity and Trucks. Truck Series champion. I'm going to go different. Everyone's picking Corey Heim. I picked Corey Heim last year. I have never picked a champion in back-to-back years. Pick the same guy. I'm going to go with Lane Riggs. Lane Riggs really impressed me at the end of the guy to beat. I'm going to go with Lane Riggs. Lane Riggs, Truck Series champion. As for
what the... I kind of want to go outside and see what happened. That was loud, though. I think someone just almost got run over. Okay. What was I saying? Lane Riggs was a good thought. Should have just gone with Heim like everyone else. Okay, you're not gonna believe me now in November, but I almost picked Jesse Love to be my Xfinity Series champion at the beginning of the season. Now I didn't, but I thought about it, and that's what counts. It's the thought that counts. Like they say, it's the thought that counts. Moral victories.
Xfinity. I actually did not write anything down because, frankly,
I didn't even write anything down.
Tough year to pick an Xfinity this year. A lot of changes, a lot of different drivers, a lot of rookies, and it's a tough one. There's a lot of hype. There's a lot of expectations. I'm going to go... Who am I going to go with here? I'm going to go with... back-to-back, sure. He went from never winning a championship, and now he's going to win 2 straight. Justin Allgaier. No logic. Just Allgaier. Now for my final 4. Now, this playoff schedule has changed. This playoff schedule, it's been chaotic. But this year, it's a little bit more normal. We could see some more normal results. So, with that being said, my final 4. Remember, that round of 8 is Vegas, Talladega, and Martinsville. So you're assuming these 4 guys are going to get to the round of 8. Well, they kind of have to. I'm going to go with Chase Elliott. He makes his first Final 4 appearance.
He's my champion too, so I might as well just give myself 2 X's here. Actually, I'm going to wait to give myself the big X for the Miss Champion. All right, Miss.
Since 2022. Ryan Blaney makes...
Okay, this one was at least a little bit shocking. We all thought it was going to be Blaney. Okay, next.
His 3rd straight Final 4 appearance.
I know I didn't have
Christopher Bell makes it...
Oh my goodness. 0 for 3. Am I going to go 0 for... Who was even my 4th? I didn't put Larson in because I thought Talladega was going to screw him. I don't think I had Denny. It might have been Byron. It might have been Byron. I think it was Byron. So I might get one here, but I know it wasn't Briscoe. I know it wasn't Logano because, as I said, calendar. I think it was Byron. I think I put Byron.
4th straight.
State Farm, be quiet. Okay? For now.
For him, I bundled
out. No. Enough with the bundling. Okay. All right. Back to the main course here. Apparently, I had a misstep in my speaking. What did I missay?
Christopher Bell makes his 4th straight, 3rd straight Final 4 appearance. And then this one is a bit of a wild card. For the last 2 years, I've put a wild card in the Final 4, and it has backfired every time. This year probably won't be the year, but hey, let's do it. Let's go bold. I really like how this playoff schedule lines up for this team. And once again, I said it earlier, they are the model of consistency. Chris Buescher makes his first Championship 4 appearance for RF.
He didn't even make the playoffs. This is by far my worst preseason predictions. Like, it's not even close. I had freaking Chris Buescher in the Final 4. Doesn't even make the round of 16. This is pathetic. 12 of 16. One of my Final 4 doesn't even make the 16. The only check marks I have are givens, like Hendrick, Penske, and Gibbs making the playoffs. And I missed on a freaking Gibbs car making the playoffs. And I had a Penske car missing. And because SVG is really good at road courses. That was another one of our... Literally all of our check marks. Denny Hamlin will win a race. That's a check mark. 10 playoff drivers that everyone knew was going to make it. And Shane Van Gisbergen winning a road course. Which technically counts for 2 of them. Can we end this? Kill me.
Okay.
End me.
So with all that being said, we have our final 4. We're going to be at Phoenix again. Team Penske will probably be heavily favored again if they make it there, whether it's Logano, Cindric, or, as I have here, Blaney. I have a hat. As always, I will make my pick via putting the hat on, except for last year. That was a different year. That was weird. Anyways, the championship 4. Chase Elliott started out winning at Phoenix in 2020, winning the first championship at Phoenix. This year could be the last championship at Phoenix. Can he repeat what he did in 2020? Ryan Blaney looking to make it a quarter on the race, but he had speed at Phoenix. Toyota so improved at Phoenix. And Christopher Bell have the redemption story from 2024 to 2025, and Chris Buescher, kind of the underdog in this situation. RFK, Roush, Fenway has not won a championship. Or can Phoenix Raceway 2025. I believe this worked for me once. I've only picked a champion right once on this channel in my preseason predictions. We're testing the theory out. I'm 1 for 1 picking this guy. Let's try to make it 2 for 2. Who knows how it could go? I'm going with Chase Elliott to win the 2020. So upset that they won the Clash because I had that championship pick in my head since November. I probably should have written down and taken a picture. Man,
it didn't matter.
Everyone's going to think I'm overreacting. Races of 2024. Elliott led laps at Vegas. A really long streak of top 20s, but they couldn't quite find winning something. This is outside of Texas, so they didn't look right this season. At the end of the year, they were leading laps, and not only leading laps, they were leading laps at different styles of racetracks. I think they won a bunch of races and wins his second Cup Series championship. Let me know what your predictions are in the...
Let's do the math. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. 35 picks this year. I know the checks are less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 of 35. By far the most disgusting number. I think we hit 50% every year because the playoffs stack up. I get a winner right. I get some random pick right. Like last year predicting Truex to retire. Not only did I miss 50%, I mean, not even close. 14 of 35. That's like, I don't even know if that's 40%. %40 even. Barely skimmed by with 40%. Yeah. Okay, so these were my worst preseason predictions ever. That sucked. That was really bad. Like, I'm actually mad at myself for being that bad. But we get to the fun part of the stream now, where we actually look at some of your bold predictions. Now, granted, these are bold, so mine were just basic. There were basic mixed in with a few bolds. These are just bold, so we can't even check X them because they're so bold, right? I think we put some of them on like a scale of 1 to 10, and that was a video, and I could have written those down, but ultimately that would require thinking, and I don't do a lot of that because, as you guys saw by the predictions, not much up here. We're done with the notebook. We'll keep the pen out, and we will close the cap on the Sharpie. But I do want to go through some of your bold preseason predictions because, honestly, 1, I think that would be really fun. 2, I want to see if anyone got anything right. If you got something right, that would be exciting. So, yeah, Jimmy, I it doesn't matter. I still missed it really, really bad. So let's go ahead and let's go to your bold predictions, shall we? All right, guys. I have not looked at these since I read them. The only one I've seen is this one. Joey Logano will run the Indianapolis 500. I think we rated this a 10 out of 10 because it was in February. This takes years to get through. So yeah, that did not happen. Sorry, Edward Clark. Miss. This channel hits 50,000 subs unless there has been a miracle in the last hour. Once again, hard miss, unfortunately. Thanks for the support, Gary, but not quite. Okay, Scorpius. That is a name I have not seen in a while. Let's see what Scorpius had to say. Kyle Busch will win the Daytona 500. Jimmy, yeah, that's look away. Elio Castroneves will finish top 10 in the Daytona 500. Yeah, he crashed. Casey Kane will win Rockingham. Okay, now this one, he actually did really good. He was really fast. He was looking pretty good. But, yeah, he crashed. Connor Zilic will win. Okay, everyone crashes. Every single one of your predictions, Scorpius, has resulted in a crash. Okay, SVG will win the final Chicago Street Race. That's not a bold prediction. We all saw that coming. Okay, now this part is bold. Along with getting his first oval win. His best oval result this year was 10th, so no, not really close. Daniel Suarez will win in Mexico. It was a fun thought, and if we want to be really technical, Scorpius was right here because he did not specify Xfinity or Cup. So if you want to, without specifics, technically right, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. He got the Xfinity win. Trackhouse will have a breakout year, getting all three cars in the playoffs. Ooh, nope. And Chastain making it into the Final Four. Didn't even make it to the round of 8. Denny Hamlin. Oh, no. Oh, this hurts. That last one is tough. So we got to reply to this one. Sad face. Okay. Jack likes Trackhouse with a little Maple Leaf. Canadian, potentially. Oh, Canada, our home and native land. True pays your love and all of us command. However the rest of that song goes. Zane Smith wins the Daytona 500 pole for FRM. Nope, Chase Briscoe. Cindric wins the Daytona 500. Nope, not quite. Reddick and Bowman tie for the most wins in Cup with 5 each. Well, Bowman and Reddick tied in wins. Just not 5. Bubba Wallace will have his best season to date and be one of the most... Oh my goodness. Jack likes Trackhouse. Nailed Bubba Wallace. Best season to date. Best season statistically for Bubba Wallace. And only 1 win, and he was top 10 in the points, even up in the top 5. Nailed Bubba Wallace. Wow. What a great job, Jack. Cole Custer will win multiple... Swing and a miss. RFK regresses. Okay, that is correct. But Keselowski wins 2 races early in the year. Okay, Keselowski had a horrid start to the year, so nowhere close. Nope, no on Priest. The closest Cup finish of the year will come at Michigan. Nope. Nope. There will be 2 flips in Cup. Cups will have... Oh. Okay, you got the Daytona 500 flip happening. But everything else you missed. Ryan Blaney misses the playoffs. Oh, hard miss. An oval race will go caution-free minus the stages. I don't think we had that. We almost had it at Bristol Spring, but SVG messed it up. Byron goes winless. Nope. Larson only wins 1 race. Nope. What? Okay, this part might be right. The hardest recorded crash of the year will happen at Vegas. What is with the wreck predictions? I don't have the statistics or the data to back that up, but could be right, maybe. Oh my God, this is wrong too. Bell, Byron, Bowman. Okay, you got two of the four, and Briscoe was actually surprisingly good. Nope. Hey, okay, you were close. You actually undersold Zillich. Nope. Nope. And also, this is funny considering Jack Perkins is in NASCAR now, so we don't know which Perkins. He meant Blaine Perkins. Probably not. Nope. Nope and nope. Okay, this is right, but once again, undersold and nope. There's so much to process. So much to process, but nailed. What did he nail? Nailed the Bubba prediction. Bowman and Reddick tying on wins. Daytona 500 flip. What else did he nail? Heim, Zillich, but missed hard on Custer, Blaney, Bowman and Reddick, ironically enough, Larson, Byron. Okay, that's all I'm putting for now. Oh, and Breidinger. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. This is so funny. This is like, just looking back at this now is hilarious. Back to the comments here. Hey, Nemechek had a decent year. I don't know what you're talking about, Jimmy. I mean, top 25 in points after how last year went. That was a good year. Okay. Brad Keselowski wins the Daytona 500. Nope. Kyle Busch bounces back but gets Logano'd in the 500. I don't even know what Logano'd means, but no. No on Buescher. And the Buescher thing didn't even seem that bold. Austin Dillon, nope. You missed that. Oh my God, he went over. You went over. Raging Racer YT84. Oh my God. You missed them all. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm sorry, man, but that is like, there's missing, and then there's like missing like that. Oh, we gotta put some emojis with this. This is so bad. Where's the crying emoji? Do they not have the crying emoji on laptop? Oh, here it is. Dude, that is so... I mean, look at this. Kyle Busch did not bounce back. Brad Keselowski did not win the Daytona 500. Did not win in Atlanta. Buescher did not make the playoffs. Dillon made the playoffs. Priest did not win. Larson did not win 7. Not Centric, not Brad. Stenhouse didn't go flying into the fence. Like, oh my goodness. Zane Smith wins a race and makes the playoffs. Nope. Dude, what in the world is this? Predicting someone to get injured. What is... Some of you, where are your brains at? I said bold predictions. I meant like picking Riley Herbst to win. Not picking someone to get hurt. Good grief, people. Buescher to miss the round of 8, or to make the round of 8. Holy moly, you whiffed that. But I had him in the final 4, so I went to more. RFK will be a bust. Technically, right? Kyle Busch bouncing back? No. Joey Logano made the playoffs. Bowman, no. No. Nope. Nope on Raja. Nope on Austin Dillon. Danny Rickett Coda, that would have been fun, but nope. Just no. Just no. No. What? What is this? Like, no. What is with the Todd prediction? Like, what is up with that? I'm just gonna put oh no. I don't know how else to just to respond to that. Trackhouse Michael Crane has been the closest outside of someone got okay. So Jack nailed a couple of things. Outside of that, Michael was really close. Trackhouse dominates all road courses and all make the playoffs. Okay, so so close on the road courses. Not quite on Suarez, though. Oof. Oof is the word of the day, unfortunately. SVG will win 2 ovals and yes, makes the round of 8, I'm assuming, and the Daytona 500. No. I'm just gonna put no. What is the fruit emoji? What is the fruit emoji? I don't know. With more final points. Nope. Whiffed on this. All right, we'll use an emoji. What's the fruit emoji? Oh, the fruit. This is fruit. This is Josh Berry. You know, Berry. Josh Berry. Also, oh, I should have responded to the flipping one with Ryan Preece upside down. Oh, no. 50-50 because, well, 50% isn't bad. It did better than me. Wait, actually, technically, he went 33% because he said SVG would make the finals. Not quite. Just gonna put not quite. SVG sweeps the road. Dude, I think I called this absurd in the preseason, and he got really close. I can't believe he won 5 of 6. Like, I said in the preseason 1 to 3. Oh my goodness. This is so funny to go back and look at. I think TP is behind on the stream, by the way, Jimmy. Somewhere back here, TP said, TP said, I'm playing catch up and then said international would be awesome. That was like way at the beginning of the stream, so TP's behind. Okay, let's look at some of these other, like, just horrendous bold predictions. But at least they're bold predictions and not normal. Kyle Busch will win the Daytona 500 this year. Nope. 5 non-chartered cars will qualify for the Daytona 500. I think that technically happened, so that's technically correct. Nope. Nope on Kyle Larson. SVG. Hey, nailed that. Yep, you nailed that. Nailed that. There will be, what in the world? You nailed that. Nope, whiffed on that. I don't think any of Bell's wins came from pole. Bush beer, nope. Good try, at least. We'll see on this, TBD. Lane Riggs will win the race and reach the round of 8 in the playoffs. He reached the round of 8s. I don't remember where Casey Kane finished. Nope. Sheldon Creed still winless. At least 4 rookies will win at least 1 race in the Xfinity Series. Zilich. I think that's it. So, no. Hamlin. Nope. Really wrong on that. Rookie of the Year, SVG, Zilich, Dawson Sutton. I don't even know who the... No, it was Gio. So no. 2025 champions. You only got Heim. So I don't really know how to respond to this one. Hit or miss or you win some, you lose some. Next up. All right, SVG wins Darlington, Chicago, Sonoma. All right, Chicago and Sonoma, nailed it. Darlington, his best finish was 20th, so not even close. Rowdy wins 3 races. Oh, Jimmy, the hits just keep coming for you, man. Jimmy, I'm sorry. Joey goes back to back. Nope. And Sonoma, look away on everything else. What did we say about Logano, guys? What did we say about Logano? Do I need to get the pin and the pointer? It's the pointer. Can you guys actually see the number? Let's see. You can't really see the number. That says 2025. Okay. SVG wins the oval race and makes the final 8. Oh, Klaus. Oh, no, Klaus. Nope. Nope. Oh, Zero Apex. No way. Zero Apex. Hey, Zero Apex. It's you. It's you. There have been a few comments made about SVG sending it this year. I will back those claims with SVG going from learner to master and commander in the short space of 2025 and 2026. It's only half bet for this year. You'll have to wait until full-time next year to judge. Zero Apex, I thought this was going to be more like of a, predicting SVG to win an oval race. I don't know if he was ever the learner on road courses. He's always been the master, it appears. But everything else, he's still the learner. So I don't know how to really grade this. But I'm curious, Zero Apex, what you're going to say next year. As I said. Justin Allgaier will finish top 20 in the 500. He got a top 10. So good job. 24 for the championship. Nope. Ty Gibbs will get his first win this year. 1, 4. Oops. Nope. 1, 4, 3. Yay. Or, no. Better yet. We're going back to the smiley face. All right, Joshua. Let's see what Joshua had to say. I just got a notification that someone responded to something, so I think some people are starting to see these comments. Despite all... Okay, Joshua was feeling pretty good in the summer about this, because in the summer, it seemed like they would not change the playoff format, but now we know they are. So, nope, wrong on that. Even though it's not official, it's basically official. Joey Logano will miss the playoffs. A lot of people predicted Logano to miss the playoffs. A lot of you were wrong. By a lot, I mean like 5 people. Kyle Busch will retire from full-time Cup. No. There will be a strike at some point during or after the season. That would have been a good prediction last year when there were the charter negotiations, but this year, I don't know. Oof. As I said, that's the word of the day. Okay. Aussies, Kiwis, I've seen this in the comments a lot. SVG gives it some jandal. First of all, I hope I'm not cursing in Australian and New Zealand. I'm assuming that means like give it his all, or like gives a good stab at it or something. I'd like to know what the translation is. I know I've Googled it at one point, but I'd like an authentic answer and not an internet answer, like a Google answer. I want an authentic someone to tell me what that means. Gizzy will go all out. That's not really a bold prediction. What do you expect him to do? Like just not go all out? I mean, hey, Jeff, you were here. Joey Logano pulls off a 2020 Kevin Harvick season top seed and misses the Final Four. He missed the Final Four. A jandal is like a flip-flop. But what does it mean to give it some jandal? Give it some flip-flop? That's got to mean something else. Nailed odd year Logano. Not quite on the top seed. Strike in 2023 and 2024. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a strike. Unless something crazy goes down in the lawsuit that needs to have a strike, I don't see any results coming until 2031. 2031, 2032, when's the next negotiation for this thing? David, you're here. Bold prediction, Chase Elliott wins the Daytona 500. William Byron wins the championship. Kyle Busch wins. Eric Jones wins. Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, championship hangover. Denny Hamlin win. SVG wins. Chastain wins. Suarez wins. Penske's winning championship streak. I'm assuming that means it ends here. Chase Elliott wins the Daytona 500. Okay, you said that. Yeah. And Byron. Oh, no. David. Oh, no. Byron was so close, man. David, you're here. Yeah. I won't respond to you here. You're here. Dalton. Hi, Dalton. This is a pleasant surprise. How are you? Hope you're doing good. We're it's the end of the NASCAR season. We're going back and looking at some preseason bold predictions. This is, I hope you missed the part where I missed all my predictions because it was pretty bad. Anywho, Jamie, lifelong Logano fan. Here's Jamie. HMS bold prediction. All four drovers make the playoffs with only one making it through to the finale. Nope. 2 of them made it. For whatever reasons, Austin's prediction. Austin's prediction? Does that mean like Coda? Oh, Austin. Okay, I should just keep reading. For whatever reason, both Austin Dillon and Austin Cindric will not be driving the car they currently drive for. See, technically that could still change in the next couple months, but it won't. So, whiffed on that. Bold JGR prediction. Hamlin will either end his tenure at JGR at the end of 2025 or announce in 2025 his departure from JGR. That is incorrect. He has signed an extension through 2027, but technically he could pull a Carl Edwards somewhere in there. So, yeah. TBD, I guess. Team owners. 1 or more Cup Series team owners or co-owners. Oh my goodness, Jamie. Golly, that got dark. Okay. I did not expect to see that. Hello, Lego NASCAR. Yeah. So here's the thing, Lego NASCAR, because I'd have to figure out the logistics for it, right? I'd have to figure out, how are we calling? Is this a Zoom thing? Is this a phone call? Is this like some third-party app or something? Like, because I'd rather not. There's so many different factors of how to figure this thing out. And then, I always fear the worst. What if someone comes on and says a bunch of bad words? I don't know. So it's a good thought. For now, it's a no. But I will not rule it out. One day it could happen. In the next year, we'll see where we stand. I'll think. Lego NASCAR, just for you, I'm writing this down. Right under all my mist. Disgusting. I'm so mad at myself. Call in show. Circled. Page has been taken out of the book. I'm even putting it in my desk drawer. I'm literally saving my horrible predictions, and it's in my desk drawer now. So when I go through my desk drawer in January, like I do every year, I'll look at it then. Jamie, there's so much to process here. You really just shocked me with the whole death thing here. There's just so much to process. There's a lot to process here. I think that's SVG wins 4 races. Technically wrong. Technically wrong. Yeah, Ethan, he was technically wrong. Aussie Blues was technically wrong. It was 5 races, but ultimately, that's why you can't do a hard number. You have to not fully commit. You have to say he's going to win 4 or more races, because then if you said that, you would have nailed it, right? But if you if you only say 4, technically you're wrong. Yeah, Lego NASCAR, I think it would be good for viewership. I just got to figure out how to make it work, as I said. And you listed some apps here, so now I know what stream we did this in, so I can come back to the comments and look at it. But no, I think that'd be interesting. I think it'd be exciting, as you said, but there's just a lot of unpredictability with it. So, Ryan Siegel win a race, 0 Apex. Don't know if you're still here, but there you go. You committed to a pick there, and no, just no. Hey, you were just here on Unusuario Normal. Joey Logano misses another. Joey Logano misses the playoffs. Joey Logano made the playoffs. Bubba misses the playoffs. Nope. Stenhouse did finish lower in the points with Jones. That's a random one, but it's correct. Kyle Busch will win twice. Nope, but right on RCR 2026. Carson Hocevar wins the Homestead race and makes the playoffs. No. Hamlin round of 16. No. Hayek Motorsports. No. Charter goes to RCR. No. Taylor Gray will miss the playoffs in Xfinity. No. Legacy Motor Club will get at least 7 top 10s in non-super speedway tracks. Nailed that. Chase Elliott will once again just win 1 race. No. But nailed the regular season championship contention. Good job on Ty Gibbs. He did not score his first win. Corey Heim will once again win the most races. Nope. He won the championship this year. Champions, Bell, Zilich, and Smith. Mixed bag. Josh, ooh, wow. What a call by Endless Flameout. Josh Berry will win a race this year. Nailed it. Oh, let's use the berry emoji here. Look at that. Brown to win Chicago. Didn't he finish dead last? I'm just going to put so close, ironically. So close. Yeah, he wrecked on like lap 3. It wasn't his own doing. Denver's bold prediction for 2026. I guess technically we'll see. I don't know, though. We'll see. What Denver? We'll do this again next year. Bold prediction. Save it for them. I'm not going to remember that now. But, yeah. Oh, no. Matt Smith. You were here earlier, too. Oh, no. Top 5 in the Indy 500. Top 3 in the Coke 600. Oh, this is like the hardest miss. Oh. Just. This has got to be it. Oh. Oh, that's rough. Where's the emoji, like the covering face emoji? I'm not used to doing the emojis on computer, guys. This is going to take a minute. Should I just put... That'd be bad. Why can I not find any of these emojis, man? This is my plan B. Oh no. Okay, plan B. Facepalm. Well, no, not the face palm. The face palm is this, but I mean like the one where it's like the big eyes, like the shocked face, but he's like trying to peek through the eyes like that. That one. What is this? Patty H from Patty at Rumdy Creations 134. I predict that about halfway through the season, Jimmy Johnson throws his hands up in the air in despair. Yeah, that one, Lego NASCAR. That's the emoji I'm looking for. And walks away from Legacy. What in the world? Not even close, man. 2026 San Diego entry. San Diego Legacy Motor Club driver owner Jimmy Johnson. This is so, I'm having way too much fun with this, guys, but some of these are really funny. Another one saying SVG is going to win an oval. No. Just get a no, Anthony. You just get a no. SVG wins 8. Oh my god. Close-ish. He won 5, so you're actually pretty close. Larson wins 8. Elliott wins 5. Byron wins 3. Nailed Byron. Byron won 3. Good job. SVG will win the Daytona 500. Let's do an emoji on this one. Let's do the SVG emoji. Kyle Larson misses the playoffs, and Cody Ware wins 9. Micah, you nailed it. You nailed it. Perfect predictions. What are the lottery numbers? SVG wins 5. Okay, ironically enough, Steven, like, SVG was actually really good at the intermediates this year, considering it was his first year in Cup on him. He got his first top 10 at an intermediate. Okay, Jimmy, fantastic point. I would have never seen Jimmy Johnson getting a top 5. That was out of nowhere. Truly out of nowhere. Yeah, Cody Ware, so close. Cody Ware led 23 laps. Just no. I don't even know how to respond. Caden, what's up, Caden? Logano misses the playoffs while both of his teammates make at least the round of 12. Round of 8 legend Joey Logano. Zilich wins on Cup debut at Coda. This is the second time we've seen this. At least he got the Xfinity win. So he had that going for him. Priest fan, what's up, Priest fan? The newest Xfinity lap, fastest lap, will cause one driver to get eliminated from the playoffs. Can we technically factor this in? Because then we got to factor in the regular season points. Then we got to factor in. Might be right, might be wrong. I don't know. Oh no. Yeah. Oh no. You were here earlier. 0 for 2. 0 for 2. Oh, I keep on hitting shift. 0 for 2. Nope. SVG did not win the Daytona 500, and Daniel Suarez didn't even make the playoffs. And that is a miss. Let's do an emoji. Legacy Motor Club. Upside down. Where's the upside down smiley dude? There he is. I like that one. Upside down smiley dude. Cole Custer into the playoffs. Inches away at Daytona. Inches away. Kloss. Oh, Kloss, you were so close. 1 spot short, Kloss. Kloss finished second in our league this year. And our last one, Hendrick Motorsports will win 16 races. Oh, God. I don't want to do math in my head, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull up the point standings here. Larson won 3. Byron won 3, so that's 6. Elliott won 2, that's 8. Bowman won 0. So to quote that guy that one time, whoa, we're halfway there. That's it. That is all our comments. We went through every single bold prediction from the preseason. There were some out there ones. There were some correct ones, like this one. That was right. It's not really bold. Well, I guess it could be. That was close. You missed them all. Yep, missed them all. Jack nailed Bowman and Reddick tying on wins. Bubba season. And Bowman did not win anything. That is right. Someone just said that. All right. I didn't know what else to have, just in case. But anything else we want to talk about during the stream? Because that's it. We've looked at my horrible predictions. God almighty, I was an idiot in the preseason. And we looked at some of your bold predictions. Some of you did a great job. Some of you were a little bit hit or miss. And then some of you, just like me, welcome to the Swing and a Miss Club. The failed baseball player club, I guess. So, yeah. Anyone else got anything else to say before we end the stream? I mean, I don't know when the next stream is. We'll have another one this year for sure. Yeah. What is my Supercars prediction for the rest of the year? Brock Feeney to win the championship. I don't even know how the points format work, but he's won a bunch of races, so that feels like a safe bet. Last time I checked Caesars, he was like minus 120, so that I feel good about that. Brock Feeney to win the championship. Pizza Hut Racing to win a race. In fact, guess what I had for dinner? I know the Pizza Hut Racing to win a race. I know that's a bold one. I know that's probably not going to happen, but staying loyal to it. Pizza Hut Racing to win a race. Brock Feeney to win the championship. And Chaz Mostert. Is it Mostert or Mostert? Chaz Mostert he'll win a race. I think Chaz wins another race too. He was dominant at Gold Coast. So I think Chaz wins another race. I think Feeney wins the championship. And I think Pizza Hut Racing gets the upset somewhere in there. So, yeah. Hey. We were there. We got some good footage we got some great footage at this race. Oh, this was so funny. That was so funny. But hey, look, here's Cole Custer almost winning. Whoever made that prediction. Okay. Well, guys, that's all I got. We'll be live streaming again at some point. So here's for sure the off-season schedule. This is not hard set, but some of this is, some of this isn't. For gold, no. Sandown, for both of those races, we will be live. We will be live during those races to be reacting to it. We will be live for Adelaide to be reacting to it. We'll do a Vegas Grand Prix recap. We'll do a Abu Dhabi, Qatar Grand Prix recap like we did with Brazil today. Heck, I might even do a live stream for those if I'm feeling up to it. What else? End of the season, I'll do my thing I did last year, unused footage that I will post. There's actually a good chunk just like last year. I don't think it's as much, but there are some interesting videos in there, I would say. So be looking forward to that. Some unused footage from the racetrack. We will do a diecast review. I got a diecast review for you guys. And we'll do some other random streams. I just got to figure out what to do about them. And then I have some other just random video ideas. Extremely random video ideas. So, yeah, thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys laughed. My predictions were really bad this year. They are the worst they have ever been. Hopefully next year is better. Yeah, Marty, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support of the channel. I've seen you in the comments a lot. You've been very supportive, so I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to 2026 too. Hopefully the predictions are better though, Marty, because this year they were rough. But thank you guys for being here. I'm very excited to go to the comments of the bold predictions and see how everyone responds to how wrong or right they were. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy it. We'll see you later.